that APC of 2023, it not go ever be an APC again.
So is that the APC 2020 is not radical?
It's not going to be radical. It's going to be a civilized APC, but it will be that APC that Niccolo Machiavelli says. It has two phases. If you say you disenfranchise somebody for vote because you not get ID card, it's illegal. Because the laws of this country say, for make you vote in an election, you must be registered for that particular election and you must be issued a voter's ID card. There's a difference between a voter's ID card and a national identification card. The leadership of the APC and that of the leadership of the SLPP, and tell them, say, these hate speeches not fine in a democratic dispensation. It heighten tensions and enough fine for a thriving democracy like we own.
This is a situation where an SLPP APC member don't slap APC member.
But I will lie you. The sooner we Jimmy Batilo Sunga make that reckless statement, we reply in equal measures. So we don't communicate back to PPRCC. We don't sign. We can't sign no. We don't know say now SLPP quick for sign a table, but they know they abide. But we say we follow them now.
And you listen to the Epic Morning Show on Epic Radio 99.3 FM. AKK, I mean, that's now on a chairman. And waiting, actually, I mean, we don't go through the tripartite recommendations. And of course, we, at some point, I remember, we almost reached 9% of completion, according to waiting the government be say. I mean, waiting at the issue of the APC party.
Again, good morning, Sierra Leoneans. You see, this country, one thing where SLPP still they do, then just still feel say within the dark days. They just feel say the people of this country still not enlightened. They just feel say they can just get up one morning and do anything they feel like doing because they don't test on one, and so they get that assurance. So we can do one back. So what did the APC don't do? Now for say, like what I can say in English, it's a twice beaten, once shy. You understand? In other words, it's saying like for the first time, you can understand say it might have been a mistake. But when it happens for the second time, it means you're a fool. And that's what people normally say twice beaten, once shy. In other words, waiting with the APC don't do, because we don't see the manipulative tendencies. We don't see how deceitful is this current government. And they not test time and succeed in 2023. We don't allow to entire party organogram. We don't allow to entire party structures for making sure say a repeat of 2023 never surface again at Sierra Leone. So waiting with the APC do is like we say we provide the necessary checks and balances. Meaning we are equally part of governance. That is first thing where I want to establish very clear. That because we are opposition leaders, we are part of governance. We prepare, we provide checks and balances. We raise the red flags as and when necessary. So you being a serious political party, now for make sure say you follow the day-to-day activities of government and make sure say they not left you behind. That anything they do, you monitor them strictly censor.
Okay.
So in other words, we press conference yesterday, it hinged on the fact say we'll not just sit on idly by in the exact words of the chairperson, the chairman of the acting chairman of our party, Ambassador Osman Fode Yansane. He said, we they make sure say we follow everything we don't go agree on. Don't forget, the tripartite gets 80 plus 4 recommendations. He said we not be go for that tripartite because we be weak, but because we choose peace over rancor. We allow say Sierra Leone big pass with all. But now that where we don't go sit down for let we say yes. Let we see how best we can move past this. We don't put recommendations them together. We don't sign. We forgive them the binding effect, in other words, we call it legal efficacy. And so if we don't do this, now we don't come at the implementation point. Now governments want begin to treat them with trivialities, i.e., then they cherry pick as to which recommendation favor them.
What was the choice of Kaifala Mara, for replace Dr. Samuel Kamara in that implementation and representation? Was it a mistake? Because from what you say, that ability, now you will get there. We talk about, say, I don't know whether I can't remember if now you be there, but look at how Samuel Kamara not be the frequent, not represent the party frequently, and that will make now choose Kaifala Mara for representation. Is it the same thing?
To be honest, I said this yesterday to a journalist, and today I'm saying it again to you, and I think this is a very big platform. If waiting Dr. Kaifala Mara don't do within this 1 week, now in Samuel Kamara be done they do for the past 1 year, I think say this issue of saying SLPP the cherry pick the 80+4 recommendation for don't go past this.
But I still complain.
Now what can happen for make you see the positives. Now I make the meeting yesterday get 3 areas addressed, i.e. the current chief negotiator found on behalf of the APC party give a holistic overview as to when we appoint who side the tripartite day, waiting they don't do and waiting they not do it.
Okay.
You see now, So because he just came into the room, he therefore try for those who call a bag.
They don't take about one and a half months.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
All right, go ahead.
So in 1 month where he don't be effectively in charge, he try for those who call a background analysis. Because before you say that this I want we do, you get for ask us waiting una don't do. Then waiting una not do it. Then if una not do this, why una not do am?
So this is nothing seems to be done with.
This is exactly the leverage where when in a singer be gets now because there ain't one be in the room. So he can just get up one morning, I don't know how he can just sleep, sometimes sleep fine, he tweets. Say the tripartite recommendation we don't do 95%. Nobody is there to cross-check that one. But with the advent of Dr. Kaifala Mara now, he don't sit time, say come, let we can sit down. Wait till you don't do. Wait till you not do it, and why not do this?
So from
to your greatest dismay, the tripartite recommendation will not even implement 25% it.
Wow.
However, what they then do, if they take one activity, then do one, then post, we don't do 70%.
Okay.
For which sensitive issues where they give the efficacy and again make Sierra Leoneans get the confidence back in the ECSL, in election management bodies, requirements then where we make as recommendations, we're going to make Sierra Leoneans then get the confidence back again. These recommendations, then they shelve them. So
out of the 80 recommendation, which one so far the government and that of the tripartite committee, waiting exactly out of the 80?
Waiting, I go say to you, very, very clear. Now, with regards to recommendation 32, it requires ECSL for Ghetto to call an oversight committee where they checkmate their excesses and see exactly whether they perform their roles and responsibilities within the provisions of the law. And this particular committee supposed to be composed at the well of parliament and be led by a member of the opposition party. As it is now, that recommendation or that resolution is still nowhere to be found. However, you see ECSL say, we are an independent institution. We not submit ourselves to no oversight committee for checkmate we or no waiting and waiting we do. Because we are independent and by statutory requirement, we're not answerable to nobody. But see, the twist of it here. There is no single institution in this country where big past the law. The law is bigger than any other person. And I will say this again. The law is bigger than President BO. So if President BO is not the president of this country, the law big pass him. Tell me why the law not for big pass ECSL. Now the same ECSL, when it comes to in financial support, now government of Sierra Leone, they remunerate ECSL. And when government they allocate funds to ECSL, it pass through USAI, it pass through Parliament. But it is often said, and it is often said again, that he that pays the piper takes the tune.
So out of 80, you don't just state one. And what about the
and they continue with the other one.
Go ahead.
Resolution 78. Now, a very key and fundamental resolution. We hinge on the fact, say, it anchor onto the type of representation and how we choose for elect representatives them. This is a recommendation that is fundamental. And so therefore, what the SLPP they do, then they try for see how best they can do them backdoor consultation, and then come and forcefully attend.
But you got to agree to me that the debate still the gun that whether we use the first past the post or that of the PR.
The resolution very clear.
The debates don't they go on?
Yes. And so it requires a serious stakeholder engagement, wherein the people they communicate to you clearly as to which type of representation they want and why they want them. But this is still not as
so if
evident.
they not get consultation, bringing people around, and which of course AKK, we don't get that conversation, how will they know that which one goes suits the people of Sierra Leone if they not get consultation?
But you know they go get 2-3 people in a corner. You say they say na PR they want. But let me give you this joke. When they go this redistricting na Freetown City Council, you see the overwhelming rejection. When they assemble a stakeholders meeting with regards to this resolution 78, civil society organizations represented by Marcella Samba, the Council of Paramount Chiefs, and a host of other stakeholders, everybody don't communicate, say, we are fine with the first past the post. Get that clear. But yet still, government is hell-bent on making sure that, you know what, after we don't learn this, I go to them.
But ever do a survey for make sure you realize everybody wants the first past the post?
No, in democracy, everybody no go want one thing.
No, but okay, sorry. Go ahead.
In democracy, it's the majority that wins.
So not a survey for me could realize
that is why we are saying, let us go to the people. Let us talk to the people. Let us tell the people the advantages of. So
when that's they happen now, as we speak. Now that's what they for say, KK.
Beautiful.
So it's in more now the government do because these are things really happening. Like for us here at Epic, we don't get that PR and first past the post conversation more than 2 or 3 times.
And you don't sit me, Honorable Alpha Kanaya.
Thank you.
And they see what he tell you, say, them they go back. Not to wait till go do na been to money, you know they go get 300 or 400 people, they say they represent the entire Sierra Leone. We agree with it. Yes, let us go to the people. We are just saying, as the APC, that pursuant to the recommendations, this is where the argument is going, or our discussion is going to center on. Pursuant to the recommendations, the 80+4 recommendations, we get recommendations we require constitutional amendment. We'll get some recommendations that will require basic legislative amendments. We'll get some recommendations that will require institutional reforms. You understand? We'll get some recommendations that will require basic best practices. And so, when you come to constitutional or legislative reforms, I just want to bring to your attention, say, after we don't hide from this government white paper for so long, I think say through we minority leader in the parliament, we don't see certain issues them where amongst a host of them where I want to make we address this morning. One, then they propose for make we amend section 37 of the Public Election Act, where they talk about how we forget with final voter register. And that in this final voter register, then propose say every voter forgets a national identification card. And that national identification card for equally gets waiting you for call like you NIN number. And other requirements for identify you clearly say you know is Sierra Leonean. Now, when you go back to parent law, for you forget the qualification for votes in this country, you for be 18 years and above. First. And secondly, for make you vote in an election, you for be a registered person in that election, and you must be issued what we call a voter's ID card. Now the argument is this: for make you go na NCRA, how many of us Sierra Leonean people comparing the harsh realities of life now, were they able to afford 140 million?
AKK.
This is a serious conversation.
This is a serious conversation, but one thing, I mean, let's be honest again in a certain situation. When you talk about this national ID card, now something we don't go on for the past 1 to 2 years in this country. I remember the president be launched and sometime, I know you remember the month again, but governments don't keep the push time for make people and go take national ID card. And me and you know that in the first world, when you want to be a developed nation, you need to get identification card. That's at some point it's a must for make you get them. But so why this will be a concern to the APC? Why this will be a concern to the APC? I mean, instead of telling our supporters them for make them go out and get the national ID card, because this is for national development. AKK.
Okay, beautiful. Firstly, the APC not they against Sierra Leoneans forget ID cards.
Okay.
We support them. The argument APC they make is that if you say you they disenfranchise somebody for vote because you not get ID card, it's illegal. Because the laws of this country say for make you vote in an election, you must be registered for that particular election, and you must be issued a voter's ID card. There's a difference between a voter's ID card and a national identification card. Let us understand these two things. I can be a registered voter, but I not get a national identification card. That does not disqualify me as a Sierra Leonean. The reason is this: for make you get the national identification card, not what you get for buy. And because of the harsh realities in Sierra Leone now, that 55.5% of Sierra Leoneans, they go to bed on just 1 meal per day. So
is it that because Sierra Leone are not getting money, or because
Sierra Leone
just not feel like it's important for them?
This is where I'm coming, Ivan. If you allow me make a land, they see how logical the arguments could look like. Number two, now that because of the harsh realities in Sierra Leone, the cost of living too high. Not to every Sierra Leonean, wallahi, they Abacha Street they sell 100 leons per day. If you went in the Gogbara case, when in the Gogbara market, because of these some homes that will come off from these poor homes. So in other words, if your mama sometimes the breadwinner at the house, if they go take auction markets for sell no more for can put food on the table, for make una basically able get 1 meal a day. Then you say make mama take ID card for 7 picking them. Just for understand this reality. For each one they cost you 140 leons. Who said that they pull that money? You no get her. So are you going to deprive 7 people because they don't get money for go take ID card?
So if government is spend per national ID card, then government again want for get a voter's ID card. Why don't you think about it?
No, this is a requirement. This is a requirement. So the best thing government can do is that we already don't get a voter register in this country. Synchronize them into the NCRA database and provide free ID cards to people. If you say you want merge in law, I'm saying if you want merge, say before you qualify for votes, you forget a national identification card. They let it be free. Don't forget, because the voter ID card where they give the voter is a free ID card, because that is his sovereign right, his born right, his right to vote. Just because they not get NCRA center, they don't for votes for AKK if they need a rise. No, they are Sierra Leoneans. It's their born right. You cannot take it away from them. So it's a situation now. It has some time. The person get the money for making, even get the ID card, but the service not available.
All right.
Or B, the person not get the money just because things are difficult. Now he make during elections, then they make sure say then they post every part in this country with what I will call voter registrars. For go and register people then. It's in fact they say then they register you and they give you ID card. Then they reach to you. Hard to reach areas are provided for. You know why? This is a constitutional mandate. You know they can't usurp or take away these rights, your born right from people, just because you want to be so savvy. And this is where the SFPP is attempting to be savvy. Right. And this is where APC will not allow it. We are saying, if you say you want everybody wait for register, now NCRA automatically become a voter, or whosoever want for vote, if I get any number, two provisions with the will profile. Make NCRA centers accessible to all, to the most difficult terrains. That's one. Two, make them free. Because with people within then other parts of the world or this country, so my brother, for me they see 5 million a day. But this me, I know they talk out of political hype. For me they see 5 million a day, my brother. It's difficult. Go now parts then at the country. Make you see how people then they find it difficult for get 10 leons or 20 leons a day. Say now, make it go take 140 leons. For which even that 140 leons not get guarantee and say they get the ID card. Because now the ID card is different. If you not get 500,000, you know they get her. If you say now the 140 leon no more, they follow the government price, you know you get her after 2 years. So it's becoming chaotic. So we the APC say, we call with people them yesterday because the issue with they at hand serious. Okay. It require first knowledge through information. We need for inform with people and for know exactly what are the status quo, what exactly they happen, what exactly are the bottlenecks, what exactly don't happen. And so we make sure say we assemble experts there yesterday. Mayor Yvonne Akisoya make and clear say the steering committee where government's been set now a non-working workshop. It's a workshop that is non-functioning. Now you make you see the mayor be right to the chief minister say, but how on earth from this 2025 the steering committee don't only meet 3 terms? I repeat, only 3 terms. If these guys are really serious about implementing the tripartite. Now I make it tell and say, because we are not look too committed to this entire process, firstly, I go tell you clearly say me I not get time for till we not the whole survey. Okay. Me at the back of if we are not serious panel. Number 2, we say, but look at this situation. We dey ask una for let we get equal representation na the steering committee. In fact, na una appoint we. Don't forget, the tripartite was co-chaired. So if we can't get a steering committee, it will be equally co-chaired and have equal representation. And most importantly and fundamentally, it's the steering committee where for them become responsible for the recruitment of the tripartite secretariat. See the sad reality. The steering committee don't even know how go look at her appear. He just boss Jinjin. Would I hire him? Would I appoint him? Would I answer able to? Now God na him.
So why would not be asked question by them?
But than the questions they would ask so.
But you know what? I think Gulukas are on the under over a month now, and why the concern now?
If you listen me carefully, me before they can radio, sometimes always they can talk, and they talk in my introduction. The SLPP don't enjoy this fact say that we don't do it once and then they do it back. So they just feel say now this country like they don't get this thing we call complacency, that they can do anything anyhow and how they feel like. But genuinely, one tell and say those days are gone. Now if you really notice this heated back and forth will be gets now between APC and SLPP will cross these statements where Jimmy Batilo Songa be made. Yesterday, PPRC, again, this is not the second limb of we press conference, called the leadership of the APC and that of the leadership of the SLPP, and tell them, say, these hate speeches not fine in a democratic dispensation. It heightened tensions and enough fine for a thriving democracy like we own. However, the APC make abundantly clear, say, we're not law-abiding people. We know they ask for much. The only thing we they ask for at this point in time, and I always dey on record for this, that we know they ask for much, we just they ask say, let we play according to the rules of engagement. Let we play by the laws. If you fail for play by the laws, you know they expect me for abide by the laws. What do I mean by this? There is a law where tell me say, or where they say, Ivan like I sit down so, and not for slap you. There is a law. You cannot do that. It's unlawful. But Ivan, just because you feel say na you sit down today na you know the manager na you know the anchor this program, you come out and you can make me pie, you slap me. You say no, AKK not for slap now. For follow the law, for go report.
But you're supposed to follow the law. That's what the law. That's what they're waiting. So this is.
Wait, sir. Wait, ma make it clear. Wallahi, Ivan. Where you sit on yonder, where you know say, Lord, the way guide me and you to say, who say you write tap, now they may you begin. And thus, you don't get right for slap me. Ivan, you slap me now, yeah. Well, if I not slap me, anytime I defend this woman, I don't get up.
So is it the situation where an SLPP APC member SLPP member don't slap APC member?
But I will lie, the sooner way Jimmy Batilo Sunga make that reckless statement, we reply in equal measures. So we don't communicate back to PPRC, say. We don't sign, we can't sign no. We don't know say now SLPP quick for sign a table, but they know they abide. But we say we follow them now. Yes, we sign an agreement.
So in this kind of tension,
let us understand. This kind of tension, let me learn.
I'm coming. This a better way to bring down this point here, because at some point, media house there don't they get confrontation in the studios then when it comes to political discussion, whatever. And for me personally, it's serious. I mean, how waiting at the faith moving to 2028 for see that we will get a peaceful election, because just interview they get heated debate. I mean, what's they be thrown at each other, and at some point you wonder waiting salon people and therefore get from all those conversations really happen.
Ivan, I repeat that the time me and Mambu be there. That APC of 2023, it not go ever be an APC again.
So is that the APC 2020 is not radical?
It's not going to be radical. It's going to be a civilized APC, but it will be that APC that Niccolo Machiavelli says. It has two phases: that phase of gentility and that phase of bestiality.
What should we expect to
now listen, the next APC executive is a phase that Niccolo Machiavelli, again I repeat, says that it's the phase of a two-person, i.e. that of gentility and that of bestiality. And we can use either of these phases as and when the need arises.
Are we safe as a nation?
If you want peace, we give you peace.
Are we safe as a nation?
If you want Sonko, you meet us.
Are we safe as
this is our position? No, we are very safe.
With all kinds of there.
It's not. Listen, you're missing the point. We are saying, I repeat, we are not asking for much. We are asking that let us play according to the rules. We have never been on record that the APC don't sign an agreement and I will force breaker. There is nowhere. Challenge me anywhere. If you see and prove me wrong. Now, I could tell PPRC yesterday, say, with the car, we don't, in fact, not with the car, we they sign this agreement. SLPP na so then they quick na paper. In fact, they first sign, but they first broke the law. But if they broke the law, they broke our. It's simple. But we know the first broker. But if they broke this law with the broker, it's simple. Ivan, like I see don't so.
You know, when you talk, I just my mind just play whether if Sierra Leoneans actually deserve what they waiting in the area. So
they deserve it. Sierra Leoneans don't see firsthand how SLPP don't behave in 2023. It's not new to Sierra Leoneans again. That is why I always say this: the people of this country don't resolve. Say you can fool us at certain time, but you cannot fool us at all the time.
Make statements then. One, I mean, we make the country ungovernable, and these are statements.
No, then we don't pass that now.
No, but these are statements we don't come off from
our
party as well.
Wait. We don't pass that. I make yesterday we don't go.
So is it not making the country ungovernable?
No, we are not known for that. We are not.
What I say, I'm on a party member.
No, we are not known for that.
No, wait, you agree on a party member? They say that.
Waiting one party member says something we are not understand and clear. But let me not dig old wounds again. Yesterday we don't settle down in a PPRC. We don't sign, say nobody not go make them kind of statement again. We don't dissociate ourselves from them. We behave in a more civilized manner now. Civility go take the center stage again. But the only thing would they say, pa, if you know say you not supposed for slap me, not slap me, oh, you know they expect say you slap me, I go let you complain. I want to make in Canada, they can meet me you too. What happen? He slap me a slapper. Instant. That's the situation now. Hey, but what happen? I'll be here, AKK. Hey, boy, AKK slap me, myself a slapper. Okay, Osh, back Osh, will go before. But it cannot be a situation again. I'll be waiting up here, AKK. AKK slap me, but me, I no slapper. Me, I go and complain. We'll be doing 2023, but we need to do it again 2028. If you know say you're not supposed to slap me, not slap me.
The analogy seems to be very strong.
Well, that's the position. That's the law. The law is not only for you, it's for all of us. There is one thing what Professor Evidaisi propounded: equality before the law. We are all equal. There's no sacred cow before the law. Supremacy of the law.
Right. So aside of the ID card, electoral reform, and all I get concerned with the tripartite steering committee and all, we're taking out
the third limb. The third limb of a press conference yesterday. Now, for we are awakening with people and say there is an ongoing cartographic mapping. What do we mean by cartographic mapping? This now a system where statistics surely don't kickstart, where they last for approximately 6 to 8 months, where then they delineate the country into what we call enumeration areas, and that we they call on with people and say, this time around, let us be vigilant, because we want to see who's like Kenema populated past Freetown. We want to see Freetown we're not populated, where they one can create 3 localities in Freetown and left Kenema. We're populated past Freetown, but they're not divided. We want to see how that can be justified. And so therefore we're talking to our
in that mid-term census, you want to blame the government of Sierra Leone. Now una APC, now una me tell people and say make them make. No, this is we'll talk. Will be. I'm not a spokesperson for the APC, but for the SLPP, sorry. But mid-term census, I mean, una tell una supporter them and not count them. Una tell me supporters and say, may not allow them for count. And statistics tell you, states them clearly say some side and they will go. They even stone them, so they don't go count people.
The constitution of this country make abundantly clear. You see, one to APC not the meddle into. Now constitutional violations, constitutional abrogations. We challenge the midterm census on two grounds. One, it's unconstitutional. That's the Constitution of Sierra Leone say we can always get a census after any 10 years. And how can you have a midterm census? Then say, because they don't say no to 10 years, they call a midterm. It was unconstitutional. You violate the Constitution. What did they do? They put a statutory document in the parliament for make them force their way through. Number two, we tell them say we not get the capacity, we not get the finances, we not get the logistics for do that census. And not only now APC communicates to them that way. If it were international partners, so they say, hey, wait a second. You cannot embark into this lofty or laudable project. It's a big project. You don't have the finances. You don't have the logistical support. It's better you wait. They say nothing. Then they go ahead. Why? Because they may get political motives. They may get a political intent what they want to achieve. Amidst all expert opinion and advice, they not listen them. Then go ahead. And so therefore what happen? It end up for BC. The data self where then carry it become unreliable. International partners not rely on them. Even then self will consider young people and not rely on them. Why? Sometimes we then warn you, team up. We then tell you team up. The huge of millions of dollars we then put on that midterm census. No yield, no dividend. So what APC say? And we still qualify, and we're so proud of our decision that we APC not the meddle into anything we unconstitutional. Now he make when the president make a proclamation say with the decennial census this year 2025 December APC take them say indeed this is constitutional we the support them.
So also where
now them push them back. So now you not go be again 2025 oh. Now you go be 2026.
So is it the same thing?
What's the happen when they do so much?
The same thing they for do for midterm census. And I'm not going to make them count.
No, wait, I give you the joke now. Ivan, this year what they talk to be people of this country, they go through pains. They go to take time on account to allow we talk to people and make them understand. From 2025, I mean turn now 2026. You know why I make them do so? There's a particular provision in the tripartite recommendation. See now the nexus, resolution 26, and not too certain. We tell you say you only they use a data where you don't get or secure 2 years prior to the general elections, and failing which that data not reliable. You know they use them for the next general elections for informed decisions to be taken for the next general elections. You see what they do? If we don't do this now, you understand, sir?
I'll get you.
2025 to 2028, not to 3 years. 3 years. So that data will be so valid and reliable for inform with 2028 elections. But you know what they do? Then don't define us straight to 2026. So by the time we count 2026 in December 2 weeks, we don't go inside 2027 when the results go come on. So automatically that data no meets the threshold as required for where we already be don't say you forget the data 2 years before election. I don't know if you understand this analogy. I don't understand, eh?
Go ahead, Amy.
So therefore, then push them. But now what do we do? Anyhow we SLPP do them. Now we're not the next government now this country come 2028 legitimately through the ballot box.
So
so therefore we know the boycott them. Like they say the census then they do in 2027 we participate. Because we know say no more election at 2028. And now we are the next government. So even if they say that they do the census 2027 we participate. This is the point we are making clear. Because that data we want to make it be credible, We want to make it be reliable so that they inform we and international partners in terms of decision making and development purposes. So therefore, the APC is saying yesterday that now that people are not beginning to go now in our communities, then they check UNA. Because don't forget, this current population and housing census, not a household count anymore, now on a head count. And for rural EAs, we take the population quota of 350 to 450 for a rural EA. Although we can get clustered, but if that be census business, I can explain more.
All right.
And for urban EAs, we take 400 to 600 head counts. You know how this can happen now? Trading by household and they count. Like this host, they count 1 host, 2 host, 3 host, 60 to 70, they say now 1 EA. But now, for better data, for credible data, it's immaterial of the household. Now head counts then they count. Because some hosts then you can see this host big so all, so then are 2 people there no more. You don't go see one small host, don't be also pity under. But they see past 20 or 30 people inside one host. So now, best practice requires for make you get reliable data, do the head count, the person being 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So in an area where you don't get close for urban EAs, 400 to 600, you the ring them. So yana an enumeration area. So this is what is ongoing now. So what the APC do yesterday? Through we entire party structure, we call from chairman, ward chairman, constituency chairman, district chairman, regional chairman, and national executive. Everybody come. I make you see the press conference was so jam-packed. Take the message now. You are now going to be the people who are going to cascade this message. That the sooner una see statistics really, people then get statistics really on, una give them a mammoth welcome. Gladly una don't una country. Look if we want to go sell, not go sell again for that day. They are patient. That one day not go make you know it. Do ya? Make sure say them count you and make sure say them count all you host them. Everything where they make them see them. And even if you want left, you come say, if you know reach under here to remind them.
Thank you very much.
And so what APC they do? We don't recruit monitors all over the country for monitor this all important process.